In today's video, I am going to teach you how to track fixed deposits across banks and accounts in Excel. If you manage multiple fixed deposits, the main challenge is keeping everything organized and understanding your total maturity amounts at a glance. In this tutorial, we are going to set up calculations in Excel, and then we will use a pivot table to summarize your totals by bank. First, you will select cell G2 to calculate your total maturity amount. Go ahead and click on the cell so the cursor appears there. Take a moment to make sure you are in column G and row 2, because the rest of the formulas will rely on the correct row. This step matters because fixed deposit calculations usually use values from the same row, such as the principal, interest rate, time period, and any frequency settings. Now, after you have selected cell G2, you will type the formula $B2 1 plus C2/D2 circumflex D2 asterisk E2. Enter it exactly as shown, including the parentheses and the exponent. This formula is designed to compute the compound growth portion of your fixed deposit. B2 represents your principal amount. Then, inside the parentheses, 1 plus C2 divided by D2 represents the interest factor per compounding period. The exponent, which is D2 times E2, tells Excel how many total compounding periods occur. By using this structure, the maturity amount calculation reflects compound interest rather than simple interest. Once you press Enter, Excel will calculate the result for cell G2. After that, you can typically copy the formula down if you have more fixed deposit entries in the rows below, so each deposit gets its own maturity amount. This is the stage where your spreadsheet starts to become truly useful, because you now have a clear numeric maturity value for each account and bank. Next, we will shift from calculating totals to summarizing them in a way that is easy to read. To do that, go to the Insert tab at the top of Excel. Click the Insert tab, and then look for Pivot Table in the available options. Select Pivot Table. This step is important because manually adding totals for each bank can be slow and error-prone, especially when the list grows. A pivot table organizes the data instantly and keeps your summary aligned with your source values. After selecting Pivot Table, Excel will guide you through creating it. Choose the appropriate data range if Excel prompts you. Then proceed to place the pivot table on a worksheet, either a new sheet or the current sheet, depending on what you prefer. For most viewers, a new sheet is convenient because it keeps the summary clearly separated from the raw fixed deposit entries. Once your pivot table is created, you will see areas where you can drag fields to control the layout. Now drag bank to rows and maturity amount to values. This means your pivot table will list each bank as a row, and it will calculate the maturity amounts as the values. When you place maturity amount into values, Excel usually sums it by default. If your pivot table offers a different calculation, such as count or average, you can adjust it, but for maturity totals, sum is typically what you want. At this point, your pivot table should show each bank and the combined maturity amounts across all fixed deposits in that bank. This gives you an organized view that is ideal for tracking across multiple accounts. You can quickly spot which bank has the highest expected maturity and verify that your totals reflect the compound interest calculations you entered earlier. That covers everything you need to know, and that is all there is to it.